Good morning. If you could find your seats, please. All right. Go.
Sure. Yes.
Starting.
Yeah, sure. We can always do that today. Good? Okay.
Let him sit down.
Yes.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Peyton Sinclair, and I'm a junior at Northwest High School.
I'm Hunter Williams, and I'm a senior here at Northwest High School.
I'm Brianna, and I'm a student at House Springs Elementary.
I'm Samson Crockett, a fifth grade student from House Springs Elementary.
We thank you all for joining us this morning to spend time with the members of our community and hear exciting updates from our school district, from the Jefferson County Growth Association, and from our Jefferson County, Missouri executive, Dennis Gannon.
At this time, please stand for the presentation of colors by Cub Scout Troop 535 and Scouts BSA Troop 722.
Color guard, forward, march. Hand salute or hand over your heart. Color guard, post the colors. Please repeat with me the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2, please stay standing.
Please remain standing for the national anthem performed by our members of Northwest High School Choir.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous night o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you again to our Northwest Choir. I would now like to introduce Donna Hickman to deliver the invocation, after which we will begin the meal.
We let those words linger in the air just a little bit. Land of the free and home of the brave. Let us pray. Father God, we thank you for those who defend our flag and help to keep us free. Help us to be brave. We thank you for the gift of this day, and we praise you for the beauty you have placed around us. We thank you for our food, and we ask you to bless this school district and those who have prepared the food this morning. Thank you for those who choose to serve you by serving others, our first responders, our educators, our armed forces, and our elected officials. Thank you for the business leaders here today who seek to help their communities succeed with as much passion as they seek to make their businesses succeed. Thank you for the students stepping out in leadership today and sharing their talents. May we be role models for them all. We ask your continued blessings upon the Jefferson County Growth Association as their members seek to improve the quality of life for us all. Remind us to seek your wisdom and give us the good sense to follow the guidance you give. Today, we pray for those who lead our cities and towns, our county, our state, and Lord, we pray for our country. As we pledge our allegiance as one nation under God, help us to be that nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. It is in your blessed name we pray. Amen.
The Northwest School District offers our students many opportunities to find our individual geniuses and chances to use our voices.
This morning, you will hear about the many ways that Northwest R1 is an exceptional district that opens doors of opportunity for their students in different ways.
As you saw on the images that ran on the screens during breakfast, our fellow student leaders demonstrate their geniuses and share their voices every day in different ways, as can be seen by the fact that every one of our schools have achieved Leader in Me Lighthouse status. We believe strongly in student leadership, shared ownership, and celebrating our successes together. This is an achievement that only one other school district in the United States has achieved.
By recognizing that we are in charge of our decisions, making a plan for success, working first and playing second, working towards mutual success, listening before we speak, and working together, we find celebrations every day. One of the 7 habits we do best here is sharpening the saw, and we want to thank our Northwest High School Lionettes who are going to give us a chance to balance work and play and get us warmed up for the interim superintendent of schools, Dr. Dorian Dow's district update. Please give a warm welcome to our Lionettes.
Choose your fighter. Choose your fighter. You can be a lover or a fighter, whatever you desire. Life is like a runway, you're the designer. Of a butterfly, eyes of a tiger. Whatever you want, baby, choose your fighter. I'm invincible. I win every single day. I'm so powerful. Don't need batteries. I'm so confident. Yeah, I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Yeah. Unstoppable today. I'm unstoppable today. Just like fire, burn it up away. Acting like the world never just one day. White face man, it's colorful charade. No one can be just like me. Just like magic, got me by the feet. I'ma disappear when they come on me. I hit that scene, it's what you gon' say. No one can be just like me. Just like fire, fire.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Lion Nation. Let's give another shout out for those Lionettes. These are some athletes who train relentlessly to perfect their craft, and they bring us some really positive energy on a regular basis throughout the school year. I'd also like to say thank you to our Northwest Choir, as well as our choir director, Archer Tribbett, and our Lionettes coach, Becky Wells and Lena Minton. So thank you to them. Big thanks to our amazing MCs that you have enjoyed this morning. We have Hunter Williams, who is a high school student. We have Peyton Sinclair, who you just saw doing her thing out there. We also have Brianna Payne and Samson Crockett. They're doing a great job. It is an honor to introduce myself as one of our interim superintendents here at Lion Nation, and to share with you briefly what makes Northwest R1 a pretty special place to call home, and we thank you all for being here today. Of course, this would not be possible without the vision and determination of the students and staff who are in attendance today, and also those who work behind the scenes. As you've already seen, Northwest is a district that is extremely proud, and we are grateful to the Jefferson County Growth Association for giving us the opportunity to host this important event. This event is made possible through the teamwork of our hardworking staff. On your tables, you have a card of everybody who has contributed to the success of today's event, and I would like to ask any individuals who are in this room to please stand and be recognized and allow us to show appreciation. That's all you people over there, and you know it. We would also like to thank our maintenance and custodial staff, as well as our technology department for the audiovisual setup and support, to SFE, Amanda Myers, and her team for the delicious breakfast. We would also like to thank our building and district administration, especially Dr. Stella Veland, our high school principal, and Kyle Wampler, our activities director, for allowing us to host within their building in this beautiful space. This collaborative and cohesive team works together every day to ensure our students and staff have everything they need to be successful. Finally, thank you to Cub Scout Troop 535 and Scouts BSA Troop 722 for the presentation of colors and the Pledge of Allegiance. The Northwest R1 community is a unified community that regularly supports the needs of all kinds for our students and district. Anytime there is a need, our community responds. Last year alone, thanks to an invaluable partnership with a community partner Compass Health Network, over 400 students received behavioral health services and over 1,000 students received dental services. Brendan's Friday Backpacks provides food bags every week for students who need support over the weekends. Jet Accident and Injury Lawyers donated 75 coats to our elementary students prior to what was a very chilly winter this year. Elevation Church frequently provides backpacks, school supplies, and haircuts for the students of Brennan Woods and Murphy Elementary Schools at their Bounce Back event. The Jefferson Foundation donated $10,000 in cardio equipment for an integrated PE classroom in this gym right here. Our local Chamber of Commerce collects and donates Christmas toys to our community children every year. The Ricky Whittington Foundation provided Christmas presents for every single student at 4 of our elementary schools. This year, St. Louis Music and manager Derek Trammell donated $12,000 of gorgeous instruments to our Woodridge Middle School band students. Our community is one filled with heart, pride, and commitment, and as you will see in this video, that includes several voices of our alumni who stayed in our community, started successful local businesses, and maintain a level of commitment to our school district that we value sincerely. Once a Lion, you are always a Lion.
Our community is not defined by buildings or boundaries. It is defined by the people who invest in it every day. From small businesses to major employers, our local leaders help shape the future of this county through innovation, service, and a shared commitment to growth. We ask local business leaders a simple but powerful question. What does it mean to you to be part of this community?
For me, being part of the community means being a place where people feel welcome, building relationships, supporting our schools, and providing a place where young adults can learn and grow. We take pride in serving our neighbors and being involved in an area we call home.
So it means a lot to me to be a part of this community, and I feel we have a obligation to try to continually improve our community. That way our kids will want to stay in the area, and even our kids' will want to stay. I feel it's critical that we address any and all healthcare needs for our community in our efforts to try to break down any barriers to care that we see.
To me, I would say being part of specifically Northwest community is contributing to it, trying to provide a safer community and kind of giving back to it. Specifically, my role as a resource officer, I would say the best way I believe in contributing to that community is making sure school security is safe, ensuring building security, and also building a trusting and healthy rapport with all staff, students, and parents within that community.
Being a part of this community is to share love with those we interact with in all situations and allow others the opportunity to share their love with others. Being a blessing everywhere that you go. Serve with a happy heart.
Being a lifelong resident of the Northwest School District, I value the friendships and the business acquaintances that I've made through the years. I've actually served on the Northwest School Board, graduate of Northwest. When Lafayette decided to launch the Step Up program and we were looking for opportunities in Jefferson County, Jefferson Memorial stepped up, funded the program, and Northwest was the first school district that came to my mind to partner with. Step Up is in its third year with Northwest partnership. The graduates have went on from the program, secured jobs. Some of them even work for school districts and other businesses in the community.
The most impactful thing being a part of this community is to see how we've been able to grow a company within the community, and then we have staff that we employ that all live in Jefferson County, mostly Northwest School District, and that the students are now reaching out to me for guidance or to buy equipment or to come work for us in the landscaping industry. So it's really cool to see that we still have the generations that are interested in the labor and the hard work and doing the outdoor skill set that people need on their property and at the businesses that we provide services for.
We donated to Maple Grove labor time. We cleaned up the property and the landscaping there, installed mulch, and it was through the PTO. I have a friend in PTO that advised us to possibly help with that. So we did donate our time. And me and Mark were out there doing it right there with a few of our guys. And it felt really good.
My parents were graduates of Northwest High School. My wife was a graduate of Northwest High School. Both of my kids currently attend Northwest. So this community is home to me. It's all I've really ever known. I take a lot of pride in living here, owning a business here, and giving back to the community that's given me so much. I found that this is a very hardworking and loyal community, and the more you give to it and put into it, that loyalty is reciprocated tenfold. So there really isn't another place that I would choose to live and raise my family.
On your table, you will see a keychain. It's a screen cleaner and phone stand. With a simple but powerful proverb, I am because we are. These few words have a big meaning that we work hard to live every day at Northwest R1 and in its surrounding communities. We are able to be successful as a district, as a community, and as a county as a whole because we work together. Our individual success is dependent on our greater success and vice versa. This is a room of leaders dedicated to a larger purpose and who recognize that our collective commitment nets greater gains than focusing solely on the individual. And we thank you for that commitment. There are several other community members in this room, our Northwest R1 Board of Education, who serve this commitment every day. We are grateful for our Board of Education members who model for our students and throughout our community what selfless service means. These non-political community leaders offer their unpaid time toward the betterment of others. They are actively involved and vested, and we would like to thank them for their service and ask them to please stand and be recognized. The Northwest R1 School District is the 38th largest school district in the state of Missouri, serving 5,678 students on 11 campuses. We have an early childhood center and have continued to expand early childhood classrooms within our elementary schools. We know that early education and intervention is one of the most significant predictors of later success, and it continues to be a priority for our team. Lion Nation is approximately 25 miles long, with Murphy Elementary at the most northwestern end of the district and Maple Grove Elementary at the most southeastern end. Our two middle schools, Valley and Woodridge, feed into this beautiful high school, and last year, we renovated our Cedar Hill Intermediate campus to offer coordinated intervention services. With the goal of meeting every child's needs and providing all students with accessible routes to graduation, this campus aims to provide a site for alternative learning, mental health resources, and increased intervention. As a district, we know that our community is instrumental in our success, and we have almost completely wrapped up the projects they voted for when they helped us pass Proposition S in April 2023. This $28 million no tax rate increase bond issue allowed us to complete the secure vestibules in all of our schools and provide increased safety with additional surveillance, fire panels, and site improvements. We were able to add this addition that provides a state-of-the-art weight room and multipurpose room to help keep our students and staff active and healthy. In addition, we built a gymnasium at House Springs and a fine arts addition at Valley Middle School. We added updated playgrounds at all of our elementary schools. We have improved site circulation to make things safer for our students and more convenient for our families. We would like to recognize the hard work of our Chief Operating Officer, Mark Janish, our Director of Facilities, Casey Schaefer, and our Facilities Department for their hard work throughout these major projects. We also want to share appreciation for the partnerships of our first responders, of our construction manager, S.M. Wilson, our architect, Paragon, and our friends in the Jefferson County administration who made these improvements of the highest quality. Thanks to their purposeful teamwork, our projects have been completed on time and under budget. In Lion Nation, we are opening these doors, not just literally, but in a variety of ways. Within these beautiful and updated campuses, we are providing opportunities for our students that open doors to their future. This year, we received great news from the Missouri Department of Education when we saw our annual performance report scores jump 10 percentage points, with our composite score awarding us full accreditation. We saw increases in overall performance on our state test scores in English, math, and science for both all of our students as well as our student groups. We saw above average growth in our ELA, math, and science scores, especially for those student groups. We saw improvements in our advanced credit scores and graduation rate. Each day, our professional educators plan purposeful and rigorous lessons that engage and challenge our students to do more and know more than they did the day before. We've accomplished this growth by staying focused on continuous and targeted improvement. Just like our county has a master plan, we also have identified actionable improvement goals and outlined a clear series of strategies to work toward that. As Brianna shared, all 10 of our pre-K-12 schools have earned the designation of the Lighthouse status through the Leader in Me framework, an honor that only one other district in the United States has achieved. We are committed to providing opportunities for students to use their voice, reach for their goals, and lead in a variety of ways. Students' voice and input is central to all of our decision-making, and we do what we do each day for them. In the center of your tables, you will see a variety of pictures of the reason we are here, our students. At all levels, our students are accomplishing amazing things. At our early childhood level, our youngest learners are already practicing the habits of highly effective children and taking on leadership roles. They are already becoming comfortable with setting goals for themselves and speaking about and celebrating their progress. They work together as teams and friends to accomplish tasks in the classroom and in unstructured times. We have speakers as young as 4 years old addressing audiences of 300 with confidence and bravery. These skills and habits are ones that they will take with them throughout the remainder of their school years and into their futures. At our elementary schools, our students regularly serve their peers and communities through service projects. They provide input on the school's daily operations and offer suggestions for improving the experiences of all students. They lead tours for visitors and facilitate student groups. This confidence shows them they have the skills and behavior to find their genius and make a difference for others. In our middle schools, our students organize multiple events and provide regular input for driving continuous improvement. They set and closely monitor their wildly important goals. They serve on the Superintendent's Advisory Committee to give input on our district improvement plan to include student voice. We provide 9 different clubs and activities for our middle school students, including multiple opportunities for leadership, community service, and growth in science, technology, engineering, the arts, and math. Our Valley Middle School is a Project Lead the Way distinguished school. Our Woodridge Middle School industrial arts students printed the lighthouses in the center of your table on their 3D printer thanks to the empowerment of their teacher, Ryan Mueller. Northwest offers middle school sports for our 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. Research proves that students who are involved in clubs, activities, and sports have higher attendance and increased academic outcomes, which will open doors for them in lifelong fitness and health and in their high school course planning. Our high school is providing a variety of post-secondary opportunities to open doors to future successes for our students. We offer 3 comprehensive Project Lead the Way pathways: biomedical, computer science, and engineering, providing career pathways for students prior to graduation. We cherish our partnership with Jefferson College, and we have 56 students who are enrolled in the Jefferson College Area Technical School. We know that Suzanne Richardson and her team are constantly looking for ways to expand offerings for Jefferson County students. We offer students access to free post-secondary assessment tools, the ASVAB, AccuPlacer, ACT WorkKeys, and ACT, to provide them with the information they need to advance to their future planning and ensure there are no barriers to participating in these important assessments. This year, we offered 24 students the opportunity to earn medical micro-credentials through the Bioscience Core Skills Institute. We offer 10 different advanced placement courses and 22 dual credit courses to give them access to early college opportunities. Our Northwest High School students enrolled in 1,015 of these dual credit and AP courses. We provide 54 different teams, clubs, and activities for students in which 58% of our students participate. Our high school students had the opportunity to participate in a really great program that you saw earlier in the video, thanks to the Chief Advancement Officer for Lafayette Industries, Vicki James. Partnerships like this open doors for our students to develop their employability skills and gather concrete experience to practice these skills. This year, our high school APR score increased 17 percentage points. They did this through building a safe and respectful environment that allows students the confidence to access our rigorous curriculum, the desire to attend school regularly, and the opportunity to demonstrate their success on the measures used to communicate this achievement. These opportunities provide our students with post-secondary preparation that ensures success for them and our community as a whole. Last year, we graduated 432 students, of whom 28% went on to attend a 4-year college. 26% attend a 2-year college or trade school, 3% enlisted in the military, and 33% joined the workforce. These doors are open through the efforts of our committed and hardworking staff. Our educators have an average of 13 years of experience, and 60% hold advanced degrees. In Lion Nation, we have had the opportunity to send one of our phenomenal educators, pre-kindergarten teacher Kristen Price, forward to represent Jefferson County as a state regional teacher of the year. And one of our art teachers, Michelle Howard, was named the National Elementary Art Teacher of the Year for 2025. Our students, families, and educators are leading the way and work together to do so. Decision-making in our district is student-focused and often student-led, and we value the voices of our students and their families in our parent lighthouse groups and our superintendent student advisory councils. We strive to empower others, build trust, and work together toward a common vision of a brighter future because we are better together. In closing, I know I speak for everyone in Lion Nation in welcoming you to Northwest and thanking you for being here today. We are grateful for the work everyone in this room does to open doors for one another and make Jefferson County a great place to be. Thank you for your dedication and your unwavering commitment. Northwest R1 is what it is because we are who we are as a community. Now I would like to share a short video from the Jefferson County Growth Association, after which board member David Hovis will share updates from the association.
When you're building a business, you can't do it alone. That's where the Jefferson County Growth Association comes in. For over 35 years, we've been the connection point for local businesses, offering advocacy, resources, and real relationships that matter. Whether it's at our signature golf outings, community events, or networking sessions, we bring people together who share your drive and vision. Join us and grow with us. Together, we can make Jefferson County a destination for businesses and families alike. Ready to invest in your success? Visit jcgamo.org and become part of something bigger.
All right. I'm glad they put this microphone at my level here. Dennis, you may have a little trouble, but hopefully you can raise it up. Yeah, my name is David Hovis. I'm a board member for the JCGA, Jefferson County Growth Association. We just want to welcome you to today's event. Appreciate everybody coming out bright and early this morning and making their way here to join us. I think we've got a great crowd. It's always exciting to see a lot of familiar faces as well as new faces here with us at this event. I think it's one of the best ones that we do. There are a lot of things that the JCGA does to try to bring our community together, but I think this is one of the best. So again, I appreciate you coming out. We'd also like to thank Northwest School District for hosting this event. As you can imagine, this is a lot of work. It takes a lot of time to get these things together. So please, let's give them a round of applause for all their work, please. As you probably are aware, we were here last year. We've moved this event around the county. We try to give all the school districts in the county the opportunity to showcase them. So the first year, it's a lot of work. You're kind of working out the kinks. So then we give everybody a second year to shine even brighter. So we appreciate Northwest doing this the last 2 years. So next year we're going to be at Windsor. I think this will be the first time that we've been there. So looking forward to that. I saw someone just give a fist bump. That may be a little closer to their house, maybe. But anyway, we're happy to move it around the county. So I just want to take a few moments to thank our sponsors. As you know, without them, these events would not be possible. So we appreciate all these businesses. So I'm going to take a few minutes just to run through those. So New Solutions, the HE family of companies, Good Earth Tools, Governor Land Services, Compass Health Network, Tim Whitney for County Executive, Sheet Metal Local Number 36, Jim Butler Chevrolet, Renee Reuter for Judge, AT&T, Enterprise Bank and Trust, Fireworks City, Mercy, First State Community Bank, SAPA GM Country, JCM Party Rentals, Laborers Local 110, Ameren, Missouri, Debbie Dunnigan, Recorder of Deeds, Production Castings, Inc., Pippin Towing, Jacqueline Rebold for County Clerk, Bloomsdale Bank, Northwest Jefferson County Chamber, Jefferson County Labor PAC, North Cannabis Dispensaries, Northwest R1 School District, Jefferson County, Missouri, Livestream STL, Express Smart Home Service Oil, Jeffco Patriot Radio, Lafayette Jeffco, Avery for State Senator, KJEF 1400 AM Alpha Radio, Leader Publications, and John T. Parker for District 1. So again, thank you to those sponsors for this. One of the things I realized when I saw my name on the agenda today was that I was going to be asked to add several things to my speech. So I had this all planned out, and this is going to be about 2 minutes long, but now it's going to be about 20 because I need to add these other things. So speaking of, Kirk Mooney wanted me to point out that this will be broadcast on Wednesday at 8 a.m. on KJEF Radio. So, yeah. I'm still waiting on that $20 bill to get that in the speech, but I won't hold my breath. So, also want to make sure we recognize some important figures here in our crowd. So if you are a federal legislator or representative, would you please stand so we can recognize you? If you are a state legislator, please stand. And if you're a county legislator, please stand. There we go. And then also, are any first responders or veterans, please stand up. We appreciate all you do in representing us and taking care of us in the county. So I'd also like to take a moment to recognize the JCGA board members. So if you are a board member of the JCGA, please stand up and be recognized. I'd also like to recognize our executive director at the JCGA, Sharon Floyd. Sharon, please stand up. Sharon does a lot for our organization. We have a very large board, so it's kind of like herding cats. So to keep everybody going in the right direction, Sharon does a really good job. She has to keep Dan in line too, Dan Govro as well. So that's a full-time job. So anyway, Sharon does a great job. She's also the executive director on the Jefferson County Tourism Commission as well. So she wears a lot of hats. She does a great job. So again, we thank her for all she does. So also I'm going to make Dan stand up. Dan, why don't you come up here on the stage and stand here by me. So as you know, if you've been here before, Dan usually does these presentations for the JCGA. So we thought we'd give him a break this year, but we could not let him, you're supposed to wait till I'm done talking before you start clapping. So we couldn't let him get out of here without getting him a little special recognition. I was told, Dan, is this true, that you've been a board member of the JCGA since 1988? Is that right?
That's right.
That's a long time. Let's see, I was 13 then. So yeah, that deserves a round of applause for sure. So Dan is our president. Dan does a great job. I don't know anybody else that I've come across in this county that is more committed to growing Jefferson County, whose heart is in making Jefferson County a great place to live, work, and play. So I affectionately call Dan the godfather of the JCGA, and I think you know why. So we appreciate you.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks. We're not done yet either with all of this stuff.
So Dan said we're not done yet. Yeah, so let's talk about that. Thanks, Dan. So, there are a lot of things that we are trying to do. I think it was good to see. I love seeing the videos earlier about, the businesses and business owners that live here, work here, build their businesses here. And really, that's what the JCGA is all about. A lot of times we'll get questioned, what does the JCGA do? And I think that would sum it up. I think our goal really is to encourage business owners to hire from within the county, grow their businesses in the county, grow this county in a responsible way so that our children and our grandchildren want to live, work, and play here as well. So, really that's what we are doing. And along with that, we have some events. You'll see in your agenda all the upcoming items. I'll point out a few. We've got a Jefferson County Together event, which is a free event. It's strictly for networking, which I think is one of the best things that we can offer the county and business owners, or even new employees, people getting started in business. It's always hard to get those first clients, first customers. So usually we have about 150 people at those events, so they're very well attended. So if you haven't been to one, I encourage you to come to one of those. You'll also see our Shop Jefferson County billboards, our social media advertising. I think that's another important item that we do at the JCGA. Again, we want those tax dollars to stay here in the county. So the other thing that we'll do is we'll put together, and if you're on our list, we'll send this out quarterly. It's our One Voice, One Plan newsletter. And I think the idea there is we can get more done if we work together. We come with a singular voice to say, here's what we want to have happen in our county. I think there is, I'll go off script here a little bit. So I think that it seems like today there's a lot of divisiveness, and that does not help us move things forward. So the only way we're going to move things forward is if we work together. And that's what that One Voice, One Plan is all about. So we welcome everyone's input to that. We want to focus on those things that can help move our county forward in a responsible, growth-oriented way. So please take a look at that when that goes out. We also encourage everyone to vote. We sponsor the Voters Guide and Leader Publications every year as well. So the last thing I'll point out too is we've started the last few years a group called the JCGA Business Women's Group. I don't think Cammie Kimes is here, but I want to mention her name. Cammie is the one that organizes that. I know that Dan has been pushing for that to happen for a lot of years. And we kind of started that a few times with fits and starts and couldn't really get it off the ground. And as you know, without a good leader, it's very hard for those things to continue. So Cammie has done an excellent job of making that organization, that group, a very exciting organization, one that is doing a lot of good. So what you'll see there at that group is they do them quarterly meetings. They're free as well. We want to encourage anyone who is a business woman to come to those events, experience that. It's really about being inspired, and Cammie is very strict and does not allow any product pushing at those events. So it's really just a way for you to come, learn from other women who may have been where you are before, and learn. I always say it's not where you start in life, it's where you finish. And so these people have a lot of inspirational stories, and Cammie spends a lot of time making sure that their message resonates and is inspiring. So I encourage you, if you have not been to one of those groups, please come up. I think we've got a video now we're going to show about the Business Women's Group, and that'll give us a little more color on that.
Being a businesswoman isn't just about boardrooms and bottom lines. It's about connection, support, and lifting each other up. That's what the JCGA Business Women's Group is all about. We're a thriving community where ambitious women come together to network, learn, and grow. From inspiring speakers and professional development workshops to meaningful friendships and real collaboration, we create opportunities that go beyond business cards. Whether you're an entrepreneur, executive, or just starting your career journey, you don't want to miss these events. Join women who celebrate success, share challenges, and champion each other every step of the way. It's all about women empowering women. Ready to connect with your community? Visit jcgamo.org to learn more.
I'm from DeSoto. I grew up in DeSoto. I'm a lifelong Dragon. I am proud to introduce a fellow DeSoto Dragon to come speak to us today. So please help me welcome our headliner today, Jefferson County, Missouri Executive Dennis Gannon.
I hope this raises up. Hunter, I was hoping you were going to raise this up when you were speaking a while ago so I wouldn't have to do it. I was kind of preparing and getting ready for my speech, and I'm putting most of my speeches on this tablet. So Dorian, superintendent, came by a while ago, and I said, "Well, Dorian, what is this for? This little gadget that they mentioned earlier?" She said, "Oh, that's to clean your screen off with." So I used it, and it's great. It erased 20 minutes worth of text. So if I happen to talk fast or get nervous, just bear with me, especially as I get started here. I'm not sure what all these microphones do or work at here, but we're going to try to get this thing going. I am going to tip this up because in the past I've been criticized for not speaking into the microphone. This morning when I left, my wife was getting up to go do an appointment she had to do, and she said, "Talk slow and speak into the microphone." So I figured this is the part that I get to get right. This morning, I'd like to welcome all you and thank you for being here today. And I want to thank everybody who has played a major part in putting this together, the sponsors, the teachers, the workers, the students coming forward. By the way, they're a little bit more nervous than I am. I've been watching them as I sit here, and they've been moving those papers around and almost making me dizzy. They've been moving them around so much. I'd also like to, and I'm not sure I have met I have not met Dr. Gibbs yet. Dr. Gibbs, they introduced you earlier, the new superintendent of school. Would you stand up? This is our new superintendent of schools for our Northwest School District. Welcome. I would also like to thank each of you that are here this morning and those who are listening through various media platforms. I see a lot of familiar face, and I'm glad to see you all here today. And yes, David, I appreciate your introduction, which is the same as mine, a DeSoto graduate and DeSoto resident all my life. I'd like to thank all of you for coming out today and supporting the Jefferson County Growth Association. I hope you share my enthusiasm in making our county not only a better place to live, call home, dream big, work hard, and achieve unlimited success. Success touches all and spans endless generations of the future, which provides opportunities for young and old alike. I consider this to be a bittersweet time in my life and along the journey, because this brings me to the last speech I'll be giving as Jefferson County Executive. It's the final part of the chapter of my life that I'm glad to move from, quite honestly, and look forward to the future in. Today I am delivering this report, so I do appreciate all those who are here today that have made our county strong for the future. As with earlier addresses at this event, I will share with you some of our recent successes. This time will be a little bit different, as I will also share the successes over the past 7 years. I will then present to you a snapshot of what to expect during 2026, and then I will close with some thoughts that I hope challenge many of you here listening or those who are viewing. There is so much I could share with you, but unfortunately there is only so much time. I will cover a lot of areas and be as efficient as I can be. And I hope that there's, these are slides, because as you watch through these slides, I want you to really, there's some really good slides, and they're even presented better on these side screen. But we've got some really good photos today that I'd like for you to see. Over the past 7 years, we have faced many challenges: economic trends, ups and downs, public health crisis, aging infrastructure, and continued growing demands for government to deliver more and yes, more. There's been, unfortunately, some political tension and strife. Tension that was unnecessary and at times slowed or stopped progress. Today, we balanced responsible budgets, protected our county services, and made strategic investments that have positioned the county well for the future. I want to say first that the progress I speak about today did not happen by accident. For every request or every need of a local government, in every situation, a county employee, municipal employee, first responder, or public sector employee was involved in making this process happen. Dedicated public sector employees, like many of you here today, who show up every day to serve the citizens of the public well. Quite often, they do not get credit for what you do. Unfortunately, sometimes you get caught up in the face-to-face hostilities, social media attacks, and inexcusable political gamesmanship practiced by some. None of this furthers the common good of the county. It unfortunately leads to much of the cynicism we have today. I have spoken often about partnerships. Partnerships are key in achieving success in many aspects of business, and governing is no different. As I speak to you today, you will hear several examples of partnerships that we have undertaken to deliver results and build a future. Some key performance indicators that tend to prove the economic and overall health of Jefferson County include population trends, unemployment statistics, building and construction data, sales tax number, and crime statistics. The most recent data from the United States Census Bureau estimates Jefferson County indicates Jefferson County has a population of, I'm sorry, I wish somebody in the back would kind of get my attention sooner. Put up a balloon or something to grab my attention. Don, I see you. Thank you. The latest population for Jefferson County has been forecast to be 231,888 people. That's an increase of 2.3% since the last census taken in 2020. Almost 18% of Jefferson County residents are 65 and over, and 5% of our population is 5 years and below. The unemployment rate in Jefferson County at the end of last year was 3.5%. That is lower than the state of Missouri rate, which is 4%, and the national average, which is 4.4%. In 2025, we saw mixed results on building permits. Jefferson County issued 487 new residential construction permits. That was a decrease of 527 new residential permits in 2024. The average construction cost for a new residential permit came in at the total came in at $162 million, which was down from approximately $179 million in 2024. The average construction cost for a new house in Jefferson County came in just at $333,000 in 2025. This was slightly less than the previous year. I will say this, on a positive note, all building permits, which includes construction of commercial properties and residential, did come in higher in 2024 with 3,462 in 2024. It increased to 3,038 in total in 2025. Our final sales tax numbers for the general revenue, law enforcement, and county road funds came in at slightly above $17 million for each of the three funds. For all three funds combined, the sales tax generated wound up above $51 million, which was slightly above 2024. Statistics released by the Sheriff's Department show that major crime numbers trended down in 2025. The indicators reveal that homicides were down 42.9%. Arson numbers, and sheriffs, if this is wrong, I think we got this from your department somewhere, so this is not total, just don't hold me to it. Arson numbers were down approximately 67%. Burglary dropped 34.1%. Vehicle thefts decreased 29%. In addition, the number of rape, robbery, domestic violence, assault, and larceny decreased. This is a testament to the resources and effort that have been proven by the leadership of Sheriff Dave Marshak and his staff, prosecuting attorney Trish Stefanski and her staff, along with the judges in the 23rd Circuit District. That is worthy. And I think I saw Trish, our prosecutor. Okay, Trish, We didn't talk, but I thought I saw her earlier. All of this is because people are here to make Jefferson County a safer place to live. In 2025, after a tedious process, we completed our visualized Jefferson County Master Plan. The master plan will serve as a baseline for growing the county over the next 20 years. Failure to grow and attract new development, especially new residential development, will inhibit our growth and present a regressive tax environment for county residents. New, responsible, high-quality development allow our taxing districts to support services and keep the cost low for existing residents. In other words, new developments pay the bills. We continue our efforts to provide resources and gain support in our recycling efforts. In 2025, we received $210,000 of grant funding for recycling. Our efforts at the county level led us to collecting 597 tons of recyclable items compared to 362 tons in 2024. We continued to reconnect our partnership with Jefferson College and the Jefferson County Veterinary Tech Program. Our Animal Control Division had an intake of 307 dogs, 413 cats last year. The division has also issued 823 violations and responded to 2,238 service requests. Our Park Department had a full year as well. This year, we replaced the restroom and storage facility at the Northwest Sports Complex, which was, as you recall, was damaged a few years ago by vandals. The department also enhanced and expanded the pickleball court system and stormwater project at High Ridge Civic Center. At the Big River Saddle Club, the Park Department built a new pavilion and concrete patio. In Kimmswick, the boathouse at the Kimmswick property was raised due to the structural condition and the safety concern with visitors coming to the Kimmswick Park and Kimmswick Landing. That's a good spot for a drink. When I took the office 7 years ago, I was aware that the Baptist Park was for sale in Mappaville. After a series of events and good fortune at the end of 2025, the County Park Department was able to buy that 28-acre parcel, formerly known as Baptist Park near Festus. Often what we do and what we want to do must be matched with the right timing and conditions. This strategic location and property characteristics will allow for added recreational activities and amenities for more citizens to enjoy. In our Public Works Department, we awarded a federal grant to buy alternative fuel vehicles, which will allow for testing for our light fleet. We purchased 2 electric vehicles, 2 hybrid vehicles, and 2 gas hybrids, along with charging stations. We have also made these charging stations available for the public to use as well. In addition, the Light Fleet Division bought 24 vehicles, including 16 for the Sheriff's Office, and the 8 remaining vehicles support other county needs. Our Light Fleet Vehicle Division was active as well. The division completed over 3,777 county maintenance work orders. Our heavy fleet, which supports highways operation, internally processed and completed 810 work orders for dump trucks and other highway equipment. The Jefferson County Public Works Department completed $10.4 million, consisting of 9 projects, locally funded and federally funded. The department had 22 federally or locally funded projects under engineering design this year, with a cost of $1.6 million in design cost. The department also completed several safety improvement projects, which included parts of Doolin Creek Road, Gravois Road, Old Leadway Ferry, and the total cost for those 3 projects came in at $4.3 million. Work is also completed on the High Ridge Community Parking Lot. This is a new 18-space community parking lot in High Ridge, located on the boulevard. It will allow more options for the citizens, including additional parking and spaces on the boulevard. The Public Works Department has been remarkably busy when it came to responding to internal and external stakeholders. Staff analyzed over 250 county traffic road counts, maintained roads, and actively worked on 7,310 road repair work orders, service requests, and complaint resolutions. Public Works continued project management for the stormwater and infrastructures along the James Hargy project in Crystal City. Last year, we continued our focus on stormwater challenges throughout the county. The Stormwater Division issued 102 land disturbance permits and reviewed 138 projects for compliance with our codes. The Stormwater Division hosted 6 Stormwater Task Force meetings with 5 municipal co-permittees on countywide permits. Our Stormwater Division continued public outreach through the county with presence at Arnold Days, Twin City Days, Peebly Days, Herculaneum Festival, St. Louis Boy Scouts Watershed Event, and the University of Missouri Agriculture Conference to educate our communities of proper water management. Our Emergency Management Department began the installation of 101 early warning detection sirens throughout unincorporated Jefferson County. The system will be valuable in warning our citizens and those that might be in harm's way during emergency times. This system will be capable of self-activation when the National Weather Service issues warnings for either tornadoes or destructive storms. Manual activation is also possible through the Emergency Management Office, as well as the Jefferson County 911 dispatch or the City of Arnold for maximum redundancy. Last year, I signed an executive order setting up an opioid task force. The opioid crisis that hit our county, like so many others in the country, was devastating. Too many lives have been lost. Too much hope has been turned to despair due to the opioid scourge. Jefferson County took the lead in holding some of those parties responsible, contributing to this crisis. This task force is charged with making recommendations for the use of the settlement funds that the county has received through various litigations. Our County Services Department continued the successful implementation of CiviGov project software, which will enhance and improve how our county developers work with the county to get permits, to pay their fees, and to do business in the county. As the county grows, the number of calls and requests increase in all aspects of county government. In 2025, our Department of County Services and Code Enforcement received 26,027 calls for service. That's over 2,000 calls a month. In continuing our drive to provide better customer service to those using county government for various services and needs, the County Service Department increased the effort to gain higher levels of customer service to our stakeholders. Along with building partnerships and collaborating with our municipal partners and other stakeholders. Jefferson County has been instrumental in trying to bring responsible economic development to our county. This task is not an easy task, and it requires a committed approach with our partners at the federal, state, regional, and local levels. Without building an environment that encourages economic development, it is exceedingly difficult to attract interest for major investments from corporations. I have worked with officials at all levels of the state economic development, the Missouri Partnership, Missouri Department of Transportation, East-West Gateway, Council of Governments, St. Louis Partnership, and Jefferson County is a bright spot when you talk with each and every one of those entities. It's all kind of solemn in here today. Does that, y'all feel sorry that's my last speech? Our Economic Development Corporation of Jefferson County has seen an uptick in inquiries for business and interest and needs. In 2025, EDC staff conducted more than 500 hours of small business outreach and one-on-one conversation with potential partners who desire to locate in Jefferson County. The EDC also experienced more leads and activities regarding SBA loans for businesses. During the year, the EDC generated 41 strong SBA lending leads, creating opportunities that will positively impact the county in the future. Our EDC has successfully submitted 20 site selection requests for information to support business attractions to Jefferson County. Your EDC also played a key role in supporting Jefferson College and launching and expanding the partnership of industry and education through the active participation and advisory boards. I'd like to move on to the Jefferson County Port Authority, and I think there's some slides that have been on. Timing. That was not time, by the way. That is our Jefferson County Port. Our Jefferson County Port Authority has worked and collaborated with the Parks Department and for the property in Kimmswick to prepare the future for additional growth. We have seen interest again in Riverboat's Landing at the Kimmswick location after many years of no activity. This border terminal has an active bulk cargo dock operation to include barge loading and unloading, on-site storage, loading and unloading of grain, and the day I was there, they were doing wheat, frac sand, salt, all on 18 acres owned by the Port Authority located next to the Dolrine property in Herculaneum. In addition, the Port Authority own and operate 2 barge fleet operations on the river. The Port Authority recently realized that they needed to collaborate with the City of Herculaneum in order to provide proper search and rescue. They granted $150,000 to the City of Herculaneum for the city used to match to buy a boathouse to operate and store the city's rescue boat for use with Herculaneum Fire Department during emergency rescue missions for access on the river. This rescue boat and the covered enclosure are docked on Jefferson County Port Authority property. And if you've been looking, I hope that you've been watching some of these slides as they scroll through because it does show a good shot of our Port Authority. The Port Authority also continues in discussion and pursuit of grant applications to secure additional funding for expansion and potential additional property and infrastructure. This will all come slow, and it will have to pave the way for more economic activity. As I have said on many occasions, the major container on vessel operation is still a vision, and discussions are still ongoing. Landing and delivering this project depend on many factors that are out of our control. We are still dependent on major investments to be made in the port and the Gulf before the project becomes a reality. This Port Authority is currently taking part in a study with the Soy Transportation Coalition, which is a soybean coalition made up of members from 13 states, American Patriot Holdings, the Port of New Orleans, and the Port of Memphis, to identify needs and opportunities for cargo demand on the Mississippi River. Funding for future growth will continue to require public and private partnerships and is still require the need for local match and participation from the counties and cities. In recent discussions with state leaders, it was made clear to me major economic developments and success require skin in the game financially from all interested parties. If local governments do not bring matching funds to a development, do not expect to be highly graded for approval. There is no better example of this than the successful collaboration that was with Crystal City and James Hardy Project. The participation of state funding, county resources and fundings, the city of Crystal securing funding, as well as working together. That is what collaboration is all about. And I know that Crystal City is here, and thank you guys for everything you do. I'd like to take a few minutes to talk about some additional accomplishments over the past 7 years. Our Public Works Department delivered over $103 million in road and bridge projects. This was not achieved easily. It was achieved by effective management of resources by staff, along with utilizing resources to match up for state and federal grants. We invested almost $20 million in county facilities, which include $2+ million in our county jail and another $2 million in the courthouse. We have managed and are delivering $28 million of infrastructure project for the Project Redbird, which is the James Hardy project. We opened a new and modern animal resource center on Highway 30 at an approximate investment of $3 million. The number of animals continues to increase, and I will say this, we have a steady reduction in animal euthanasia. Our staff has worked diligently to carry forward the mission of no euthanasia for any adoptable animal. Because of our efforts, that is worthy of a clap. Because of our efforts, our Animal Resource Center has been designated a no-kill shelter, and we continuously strive and be proud of this designation. During my time as county executive, we have modernized our building permit fee structure, adopted a more efficient and effective regulation for contractor licensing, and adopted newer codes. We have had 89 deployments of our emergency hazmat team, which responds to many potentially severe situations in our region. We had 12 activations of our Emergency Operations Center for various scenarios. Our park department has been successful with property acquisition at High Ridge, Morse Mill, Festus, and the opening of Kimmswick Park with restrooms and playground equipment. We added upgrades and enhancement at Pleasant Valley, Northwest Sports Complex, High Ridge, Bex Park, Brownford Park, Cedar Hill, and Rockford Park. Our public works staff will continue to manage the construction of Phase 2 North Project of James Hardy, as well as the $7.8 million for the South Project. The efforts will also include stormwater improvements totaling $3.7 million, and finally, the bidding and awarding of a construction of a roundabout at I-55 and US 61 totaling $2.5 million. We will look forward, and I look forward to celebrating with Sheriff Marshak the opening of the new state-of-the-art crime lab. And Sheriff, do you have an idea when we're going to be up and running totally? All right, great. Let me just say, that is a great thing. Our Public Works Department anticipates funding for 6 federally funded grants totaling $13.5 million, $9.5 million from the federal, and $4 million for safety improvements. We will also have 16 federal local funded projects totaling $25.4 million, and these projects will include the Kimmswick, Great Street, and Project Safety. I see our mayor from Kimmswick is here. Your project's going to be funded this next year. Staff will install over 7 million linear feet of centerline and edgeline traffic paint striping and complete over 250 traffic cants throughout various parts of the system. One of the biggest undertaking our county services staff will be working towards will be full utilization of CivicGov platform and mobile technologies to improve staff efficiencies, reduce operational times, and enhance customer experience. We will also begin implementation of the recently approved Visualized Jefferson County Master Plan. At the same time, begin the review and update process of the Unified Development Order to align with the master plan. This will also update our building codes as well. With the closure of the airport in Festus making way for the James Hardy project, and with new business growth in Jefferson County, there is a demand, and it is growing, for a regional airport. Staff will be working with MoDOT Aviation and the federal government officials to deliver a site selection study for a possible airport in Jefferson County. As our county grows in size, we should expect to not go without an airport. Was that Councilman Tulloch? Okay. The biggest takeaway is we will deliver all the projects and accomplishments without adding to the county's long-term debt and without excess human capital or resources to carry out our mission. Your county government has been delivering more and more without adding more and more. I submit to you here today that these accomplishments were achieved with balanced budgets, paying down our long-term debt, and without adding any new debt. Jefferson County has a strong bond rating, and we have received good audits in the last audit since I've been in office. In our last audit, we had $6.6 million in the general revenue reserve. At the end of 2026, I expect presenting a budget that will include paying off our last long-term debt instrument, and the county will begin a new chapter of planning without any long-term debt in 2027. As my time in office comes to a close at the end of this year, I am proud of our accomplishments and especially proud at how we accomplished them. We governed with integrity and respect for the citizens. Some might insert the word transparency here, but I feel in today's time and in today's political climate, that word has lost much of its meaning and has become so overused. The key phrase I think that we should use is, just tell the truth. I think that's a new motto to follow, is just tell the truth. You don't have to share everything, but when you're asked, just tell the truth. I have seen those who have nothing positive or productive to add to a discussion interject this word, transparency. I have also seen that this word transparency used by people who themselves do not operate in the same manner. Your county government continues to deliver for you. From the basic county services that our residents, businesses, and nonprofits need to succeed, we are making and building a better future for this community. All this with limited resources. It was guided by the citizens, stayed engaged, spoke up, and held us accountable. In today's environment, many complain about their elected officials, but we should all remember that these officials were elected by you. You directed me, or us, to be your voice to serve for a designated amount of time. Officials should try to make decisions that are the best for 230,000 residents, citizens of our county, including those newborn babies that take their first breaths today. Decisions have to be made for the whole community, not just for the special interest groups. Too many decisions seem to be made for just a few people and not for what is the best of the county. I submit to you that today our state is at a crossroads. Our county is at a crossroads. Which way will we go? My wish is that we all move forward. My challenge to those currently holding office and for those who come after me is this. With every request or every want, there comes cost to implement or deliver. Whether it's labor cost or capital outlay, there is a cost. If you find yourself to be a candidate for re-election or new candidate, you may find yourself on a watch list. always do the right thing, and just tell the truth. Whether or not you are on a watch list that supports you or opposes you, make sure you do not ever owe your soul to somebody on a watch list. Stick to your beliefs. The end result should not be just what pleases you in a small group, but it should be what is the best for the county. Major sustainable and transformational economic opportunities do not come around often. We must be diligent and do our research, but we must recognize and seize opportunities that will lead to a better way of life and standard of living for the people who live here. There are decisions made at times that appear to be rooted in anti-development sentiment by some who are not originally from this county. My ask of all of you is whenever you become a position of leadership or when you lead your organization, make sure you do what is right for your organization. Positive economic development only occurs through the development of rooftops, otherwise known as growing a customer base. Commercial growth and development play a part as well. By increasing the tax base in a manner that maintains lower property taxes for our residents and allows those entities, mainly our schools, to often to achieve high levels of service at reduced cost to our residents. Good paying jobs, opportunities, and growing communities are essential for sustainable, long-term positive outcomes. Without these, we will regress and population will decline, will set in, and eventually robbing our children, grandchildren, and future generations of opportunities we should have left for them. My challenge to you is this: let us do our part so future generations do not criticize or hate us for leaving our communities worse off than they are now. It has been said that whatever you send out will come back to you. It may be today, it may be tomorrow, or it may be some point in the time in the future. What are you sending out, and what will you get back? The work ahead will not be easy. Population trends, revenue sources, leadership, collaboration, that all matters. I feel that as we move through this year and to the end of 2026, we can feel confident that Jefferson County is well positioned for the future with strong institutions and a community that believes in pulling together when needed. I myself have taken pride by offering a handshake and having a willingness to bring people together to settle or minimize differences. For those of you who obliged, I thank you. For those of you that did not, I wish that you would have a softening of your heart and take time to find out what the differences are and get together and collaborate. You know, we only get one shot at life, and once it is completed, it's over. So I was asked when I started this job 7 years ago, and that person was sitting here, they're gone now, but they were sitting here. That person asked me, what do you want your legacy to be when you finish in 7 years or 8 years? What do you want it to be? Her question was, what do you want your legacy to be? I thought for about 30 seconds, and you know what I said? I said, I don't want it ruined. Because I felt I came from a pretty honorable background in life and everything I've done before this. And what I wanted to make sure, when I walked off and completed my job, she's still here. I just made eye contact with the person that asked me that question. I don't want my legacy to be ruined, and that's what we all need to do in leadership, in whatever it is, your job, your business, your community. You should always do everything you can do to be better at it. Serving the county has been a great honor and a privilege. While this year will close my tenure to our county, region, and state, I look forward to supporting successes in new ways. In closing, I want to again thank all of the county employees, many of which I had breakfast with this morning. Thank you for everything you do. To the elected officials throughout this room today, whether that's county or municipal, I want to thank you for your service as well. And finally, to the citizens of Jefferson County, I want to thank them for their trust in me. And I appreciate everything that you all do for your work and your jobs in your county, and thank you all.
Thank you so much for attending today. Community partnerships are critical to effective community schools, and we love and appreciate our generous and caring community here at Northwest.
We have a community committed to the young people of this district, and we thank them for the chance to grow and expand our opportunities and get more involved in our school experience.
We hope you have enjoyed the breakfast. We ensure our school meals here at Northwest, and we thank Chef Myers, her team, and SFE for ensuring we are well nourished with lots of fun and delicious options.
We thank you again and hope you mark your calendars for the 2027 State of the County breakfast hosted by the Windsor School District. This concludes the event, and we wish you a wonderful day.